The planning cycle is a process educators use to record, respond to, and support children's and young people's experiences in school-age care and early childhood settings. But how do we demonstrate that we have generally applied the planning cycle approach within our service program? The National Quality Framework highlights that assessment and evaluation are critical components of the continuous planning cycle. Assessment refers to the process of gathering information about children's learning, development, and well-being using a range of strategies. Evaluation refers to educators' critical reflection on and analysis of this information, as well as consideration of the effectiveness of their planning and implementation of the curriculum in supporting children's learning, development, and well-being. The Education and Care Services national regulations also outline documentation requirements. Regulation 74 states that approved provider must ensure that, for the purpose of evaluation program, the following are documented. I. For a child preschool age or under, assessment of a child's development needs, interests, experiences, and participation in the education program, and assessments of the child's progress against the outcomes of the educational program. B. For a child over preschool age, evaluation of the child's well-being, development, and learning. Assessment and evaluation are critical in driving and informing in the learning cycle. The ULLF states that assessment strategies include observations, documentation, reflection, and gathering information about and with children and their families through assessment. Educators describe and interpret children's actions, interactions, and communication to consider their achievements, capabilities, and their well-being in relation to the learning outcomes. Educators utilize three broad types of assessment. Firstly, assessment for child's learning, also known as formative assessment, involves gathering and analyzing information about what children know, can do, and understand to inform pedagogy and future planning. Secondly, assessment of children's learning, also known as summative assessment, involves educators reviewing children's achievements and capabilities at specific points in time, such as when the children transition into the early childhood setting during mid-year reviews or when preparing for the transition to school. Thirdly, assessment as learning supports children's awareness, contribution, and appreciation of their own learning. Children's voices and contributions can be captured through strategies such as child portfolios or talking and thinking flowbooks, which involve children in documenting and reflecting on their learning. It is important that we can demonstrate documented assessment and analysis of a child's learning, development, and well-being using learning outcomes as a point of reference, assist in planning how to consolidate, enrich, and extend each child's thinking and learning.